Good morning, my lovelies, and welcome to a very overcast but ever so warm and muggy Saturday morning. I hope you're all well. So today we are at our most favourite place, Walnicott Nature Reserve, and today, my lovelies, is the very first instalment of, drum roll please, Winging It Witchcraft. So today I thought we would have a look at retail. Now, thanks to modern day society and the birth of the internet, if ever we need anything for our altars, our spellcrafts, decorations, we can either pop into our town centre or we can have a look online and see what beautifully sparkly things we can purchase. However, not all the stuff that we wish to purchase is within our budget reach. Some of the stuff, a lot of the big stuff, is very expensive, and for those of us poor witches who are on a budget, things like that we need to save up for, or maybe some kind relative somewhere will buy them for us for birthdays and Christmases. So I thought maybe we could all have a look into following our pagan and our witchcraft paths on a budget. So I thought we'd do retail today, and we'll kick off with the high street. So here in Tamworth we have a Wilkinson's, we have a Home Bargains, we have a B&M's in Lichfield, and they deal in homeware, stationery and crafts. So if you're looking for something inexpensive to put on an altar, or something to use in spell work, Home Bargains, Wilkinson's, B&M's will work a treat. Same as places like Asda, Morrison's, Sainsbury's, Tesco's. They do homeware. Don't forget they do pre-dried herbs and spices for spell work, and they're quite relatively cheap. So yeah, you can do things like that, that's fine. We also have a Works. Most towns, including Tamworth, has a Works. It is a magical shop, lovelies, of goodness. They deal in books, crafts, gifts, stationery. So if you're looking for cheaper alternatives, I always go to the Works first. They also have an online shop, so if you can't find what you want in the shop, you can pop onto their website and have a look, because their selection's a lot bigger. Charity shops. Right, we're wandering down our high street and we come across the charity shop. There isn't a town or a city in the UK that does not have a charity shop. If not one, many. They are fabulous places for hunting for cheap bargains. Again, they do homeware, clothes, gifts, books, DVDs. So if you're looking for anything for your altars or for decoration, charity shops are a must. I and my daughter, we used to, before the pandemic hit, we used to go once a month and do every charity shop in Tamworth. And some days we'll come back with a bag full of stuff for next to nothing, and some days we'll come back with absolutely nothing, because it depends how it falls. But they're always worth a hunt, always worth 15-20 minutes of your time in the shop to have a look. Great places to be. Next thing that I've found are fetes, jumble sales and craft fairs. So most towns, villages and cities will always have a fete of some description, whether it's a church fete, a school fete, and they happen all year round. You get a spring one, a winter one, an autumn one and a summer one. And you'll find all kinds of goodies in these school fetes and church fetes. Plenty of homeware, maybe some decorations, maybe some clothes. So they're always worth a couple of hours, depending on how big the fete is, a good mooch round. Country fairs. Now, I've put this in because I am a believer in championing the small business, because all small businesses need a leg up. However, sometimes what you want is probably a little bit out of your price range, but that doesn't mean to avoid it like the plague. Country fairs and things like that, they're always worth a hunt, because you will find stuff there that you normally wouldn't find anywhere else. The out of the way stuff, you know what I mean, the handmade gear. There's always somebody who's got a crystal stall, there's always somebody who's got a witchcraft stall. So you will find what you're looking for there. However, you may have to pay a little bit more, but I've put it in because it's an out of the way thing. It's an unusual place for unusual gifts for our path. The other thing I'm going to say is, and I will do this at a later date, but I've put it in because it's one of the most inexpensive ways of doing things. It really is. And that's foraging. I'm out with the dog most days. You know, we go out for a wander for an hour a day. And while I'm out, I'm always looking. So if you're looking for decorations for your altars, or something to make something with, or something for spell work and spell casting, foraging is the way forward. It doesn't cost you anything. As long as you're not taking it from a public park or somebody's front garden, you'll be fine. However, I would say, number one, before you take anything from the wild, please ask Mother Nature if you can take it, because it doesn't belong to us, it belongs to her. We only look after it. When you've done with your item that you've taken, place it back into the ground and give it back to Mother Nature and give her thanks for letting you use it. If you're foraging for spells, may I suggest that you take time and study the fauna, the flora and the mushrooms, because you don't want to be picking something up and finding out that it's poisonous, and you're either going to make yourself ill or kill yourself. Nobody wants that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So foraging is a fabulous way of getting stuff for absolutely sod all. Just be careful with what you're picking. Please don't take from public gardens or somebody's front garden. And always ask Mother Nature if you may take them, because like I said, it's not ours, it's hers. So ladies and gentlemen, my lovelies, that is our first little instalment of Winging It Witchcraft. I hope you've enjoyed it. Next week we'll look at something else, another way of getting witchy goodness and pagan goodness on a budget. So from me and Miss Lou, who's itching to go on for a walk, from the top of the hill at Wilnecote Nature Reserve, we wish you all a very blessed Tuesday. She's waiting for a sweetie, bless her. We wish you all a very blessed Tuesday. Look after yourselves. be kind to one another, and as always, sending you much love and many blessings. Speak. Good girl.